club fitting and kind of talk to you about your strengths and weaknesses. And it sounded like kind of the short game was one of your weaknesses. You thought chipping, you weren't as confident.
Yeah, I feel I have a hard time getting up and down.
Okay.
Par 4, par 5, like I can get around the green, it seems like, on the par 5s and 2, but I don't have like really a go-to shot where I can just know I'm going to get up and down and have consistent release of the ball.
Yeah. You talked about contact, right? So do you have a specific miss, fat?
It's generally fat.
Fat, okay. Yeah, so I mean, we'll kind of take a look at you, and then there's a lot of different ways to chip and club selection, and you talked to two about in the first one. So yeah, I mean, we're about out of time, but kind of recapping what we worked on short game wise, we worked on kind of a basic chip, right? So ball kind of back in our stance, getting the handle more out in front. And really taking the wrists out. It's more of rocking the shoulders, kind of a lower trajectory. Some might call it a bump and run. And then we worked on kind of that high lofted shot, right? Kind of with that orange whip. Really almost releasing that club through the ball and almost getting the right kind of the palm almost up in the air, which is, almost the opposite of what everybody's been taught to do. All right. So we're here. This is lesson number 3 with you, Christian. So we'll work on some full swing. We haven't done the full swing yet. We did some short game and then your club fitting. So the first lesson we did chipping and short game. Like, how's it going so far? Have you played since?
Yeah, I have. It feels a lot more consistent. Still need to kind of get the yardages a little more dialed in.
Okay. How are like the shots around the green?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. There it is. Nice. Okay, so, we worked on a lot, but, we started with kind of the stick drill with the full swing, right, to get those hands more forward. When we worked on your alignment, you start getting way too far to the right. So when you practice, get that stick down, a little parallel left of the target, just so you're aimed right. And then, hit some with the stick, and then we worked with the ball too. The ball will really help you not cross the line as much, so it'll get that right shoulder more externally rotated. You get into a lot of trouble, especially with the driver, when you cross the line, because that's when you have to really hang back and kind of throw the hands at it. So kind of working with the ball should help get rid of that big miss to the left, especially with the driver. The stick will get those hands more forward, so you can compress it and you won't hit them as fat. But also do that like what we did just now, hit some drivers and then test yourself on the wedges, and then go back to the driver. Mix up your practice as much as you can. All right, so we are here with Christian for a putting lesson. We're on just the practice green. Christian, you got a new putter.
Yeah, I got the Directed Force 2.1.
Awesome. Yeah, so I'm a member here at our course, owns the company, and I've been using it for a couple of years, and I think it's awesome, and it's got a lot of different technology. It's pretty ugly to look at, but you kind of get used to it. So we kind of took Christian through a putter fitting, and it's been about a month, right?
Yeah.
How many rounds have you played with it?
3 right now.
Okay. And what do you think so far?
Kind of to the point where I don't really see the ugliness of it anymore.
Awesome. That was your best one yet. That's a pretty good one to end on for the day. I think we've gone about an hour.
Perfect.
So we kind of started the lesson with putting, right? And working on, we changed your stroke a little bit. You had the tendency, just like your full swing, of aiming right, and everything was a product of that. So we got you aiming more straight at the target and getting your putter, more inside. So when you go to practice, I would definitely use one of those putting boards, or something. They have putting templates that you can lay on the ground. Something that's going to give you feedback of getting the putter more inside.